What's up, Lions Nation? It is We Are Lions Nation podcast live. I am the Soul Man, Andy Souls, and I am back and happy to be back with my boys. We got the Statman and Smoking Jeremy B. It is our Friday night mash up special for our Who You Got picks. We got a couple other topics as well tonight that we're going to get to. Looking forward to that. And we got Detroit Dom on the show tonight as well. So going to be fun to have him on again. Hey, the countdown, it begins
now.
Ah, love it. Love that show. That song. It's amazing. Gets me. Well, hey guys, I am so happy to be back in the saddle again, if some would say. Took a little bit of a break, but we are back on schedule and happy to be back. Let's go ahead and bring in Detroit Dom.
What's up?
Yo.
What's up, Detroit Dom?
Live from 96 and Middle Bell. Where do you guys all live?
Lansing here.
I'm in
Lansing?
the UP.
Wow, no way. What city?
Gwyn.
What is it?
Gwyn.
Quinn?
Gwyn.
Oh.
Yep.
My grandmother and grandfather are from Ironwood.
Yeah, I know where that's at.
About 7-8 minutes from Wisconsin?
Yeah, it's pretty close to Wisconsin. I'm about 2 hours from that shithole. I mean, Wisconsin. Well,
that means you're about 4 hours from Green Bay.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm 2 hours from Green Bay. So yeah, I can smell it. So it's not.
So there's a lot of Green Bay fans up there, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how
the
far
worst
is
part?
Green Bay?
About 2 hours. Maybe 3.
Oh,
if I
man.
remember right.
Let's plan this right now, next year, as long as it's not in December, which it won't be because we won't be any good next year. I've been wanting to go to Lambeau for forever, but I can't get any of my cheap-ass friends to even go to Chicago, so I'm going to go.
Yeah, I'll be right here.
Like, Lambeau's on the bucket list for sure.
Same here. I almost went to the game this year on Monday night. I got invited by a friend of mine. And then 2 days later, after I told him I was going, he goes, "Oh, well, I'm taking my girlfriend now. We're back together." And it's like, really?
Wow, that's weak.
Yeah, I was pissed, man. It was a bummer.
Hey, my buddy
I want to
tell me. Like,
I want to thank everybody
from
that
outside the stadium. Then he went to the Ryder Cup after that.
I want to thank everybody so far that's jumping in, watching right now live. Thank you all for hopping in. We already got some comments flying in here. Let's take a look and see what we got going on. Hey, we got Facebook user suggests my nephew Ryan lives in Gwyn. Hey, how about that? Right down the road.
Heck yeah.
Whoop.
We
got Starman. I think it's supposed to be Statman is styling tonight with his awesome mask on. And we got Dan Letter popping in saying, "Pretty shitty, friend."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I took the day off and everything. And then all of a sudden it changed, and I had to call my boss back after he already made arrangements for somebody to cover for me. And I had to call him back and tell him, "Yeah, I'm gonna be at work now."
Like, typically, you like to think you can rely on your friends in situations like that, but like if I had already paid for the ticket, I'd have made sure I had that ticket in my hand.
No, I didn't pay for it. He was going to let me go with him because he didn't want to waste the other ticket because him and his girlfriend broke up.
Yeah, well, then you should have given him the money.
What up, Tyler?
Tyler
Motor
Black
City
from Mortar
Podcast.
City Podcast is in the building. Hey, Tyler, what's up, man? Thanks for hopping in and watching live. And let's go ahead and get this thing started with our first topic of the evening, because it is getting swifty in Motown right now. And the first topic is, what does everyone think about the rare company that Swift has joined with his 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns by his 15th game? Smoking Jeremy B, this was your topic that you wanted to do, so let's go to you first. Your thoughts?
I think it's pretty fantastic. You know, he has had a couple little injuries that's kept him out here and there, but in 15 games, that's pretty lofty air to be in.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even dawn on me that he had really only played that few of games. I mean, I like him a lot as long as he stays healthy. I still think that Jamal Williams is the better option in the run game, and I still think that he will lead the team in rushing yards. But I like that, you know, that they're both multi-purpose. I didn't know Jamal Williams was that good of a pass catcher.
No, man, I think we need to see Swift more running the ball, to be honest with you. I think he's a dynamic player and could do both. So I'd like to see Swift getting that ball in the backfield a lot more too. But I like the 1-2 punch with Jamal Williams and Swift. I mean, that's always awesome. But I want to see Swift running that ball. But he's been doing amazing catching it as well. I mean,
I want to see
stats
the
are
pro
showing.
set.
Hey, Statman, what do you think of DeAndre Swift so far with those stats coming up?
I think it's awesome, but I think they just have to use him right. He's not a between the tackles running back. Okay, he can do draw plays between the tackles, but that gives him time to find the holes. You know what I mean? They did start doing it against the Ravens in the second half, and he was killing it. You got to use him in the pass game, obviously, because he's leading the league out of all running backs in passing yards or receiving yards. Sorry, and you know, that's what I think. It's awesome, but I don't want to put any comparisons out there because Barry Sanders and DeAndre Swift are two different running backs, and same with Billy Sims. So I think it's awesome that they include him in that company, but I just think it was two different eras, so you can't really compare them.
It was just the fact he made it there, and those are the only two Lions that have.
Yeah, a quick shout out.
I would compare him more. I would compare him to another former Lion. To me, he's a lot more like Reggie Bush. Not as fast, not as elusive. Why isn't DeAndre Swift faster?
I think it's because he's been dealing with that groin injury, and it limits how fast he can actually move his legs. You know, groin injuries.
No, come on, Jeremy. He was never fast. How do you get a name like Swift and you're that small but you're not fast?
He can't help what he was born with.
I think he's pretty quick. I don't think he's very. I think he's got some quickness.
He's quick. He's quick. He's got a quick first step, and he's pretty elusive.
We got my Uncle Bud coming in here saying he's watching as we speak. So
what's up, Bud?
Thank you so much for popping in.
Thanks,
as you
Uncle
can
Bud.
see, behind me, I got the pictures that you gave me right on the wall behind me. I know you can see them, so thank you so much for those. And again, thank you for all your help these past few days. We got Mortar City Podcast coming in saying nothing much. And then Dan Leonard, Swift should get the ball more the first 3/4 of the game. Let him just grind down the defense. I'm going to jump in on that one. That's where I like Jamal Williams to come.
Yeah, same.
Because I think Jamal Williams is an up-the-gut pounder, like Logan was saying. That's going to burn down the defense. Then you give Swift the ball to the outside. Poof, there he goes.
And what drives me nuts the most is 4th and 1. You're gonna go for a 4th and 1. Give it to Williams. Let him run up the gut. Let him do what he does. I mean,
or a bubble screen to Swift.
It doesn't make any sense how they've been doing the 4th and 1.
Your pseudo fullback Jason Kabinda. He'll get a yard.
Yep.
Or
you got to use it.
Or sneak it.
Yeah, they picked up Williams for the short yardage running, goal line situations, and then also being able to run up the gut. You have to give it to him.
Well, hey,
real
quick shout out. Just make sure everybody that if you are watching and you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hop over there and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribing to our YouTube channel. We are this close to hitting that 100 subscriber mark, and then we will do our giveaway as soon as we hit that 100 subscriber mark. So please make sure you are like, subscribe, share, click that notification bell to get all the up-to-date information and notified when the new episodes come out. And please make sure you're sharing to all your Detroit Lions fans out there. We're doing a good thing here, and we'd love for you guys to come in and watch us. So if you haven't watched us yet, or you know some people that haven't, send us their way, and let them know all about us, because we want some more people coming in, but we appreciate the ones we got as well. Let's go.
Get those likes up.
That's right. We got coaches and players have been fined and suspended for not upholding the image of the shield. So why are the refs not? Statman, let's go to you first, my friend.
This was my question. I started this topic here. And I believe they should get fined. Players make mistakes all the time on the field. Head-to-head collisions in the air, hitting a defenseless receiver, hitting a quarterback, or whatever. Whatever it may be, they get fined every game. The refs should have the same accountability, I believe. In my mind, if you blow a game-deciding call, you should be fined for that, because you cost a team a game when you made a mistake. And that's where I'm at with that.
Smoking Jeremy B, let's go to you. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think what they need to do, instead of letting the head of the referees review everything in New York and then call in any reviews that need to be done in the last 2 minutes of the game, because that's how they've been doing it, they need to have an independent auditor, and it should be like a metric system. Like if you're less than 85% correct on your calls, then you're going to have something done about it, because this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's too many times.
Literally like a write-up system. Like if I screw up at my job, I get yelled at, I get written up. Eventually I'll get fired.
Yeah, I like that.
Exactly.
So Dom, is that basically are you thinking pretty much on the same level there as Jeremy B?
Yeah, I mean they need to be held accountable way, and I agree with what Jeremy was saying about an independent counsel of some sort. But my thing about it, not even generally but specifically, if you notice, and at this point no one can disagree, like clearly this happens to the Lions more than anyone else, right? For one.
Yep.
For two, and I had said this before, I'll try to make it as quick as I can. If that game last Sunday, if we were playing the Bengals, the Texans, the Jags, literally anyone that's not, viewed as a contender by the league, that call gets made. And if you notice, if you go back to every single one of those botched calls, other than the catch rule, because that was early in the season, every one of those games were against contenders, several of them against contenders in prime time. And it's a bad look for the league when the Lions beat those teams. But I mean, I've been saying for years, because it's just, the trend isn't reversing at this point. You either have to not leave the game in the hands of the referees. What you really need to do is establish some long-term success, so you're not viewed as one of those teams. Because no one in the league but us fans of Detroit, no one cares when we get screwed over. Nobody.
I beg to differ, my friend. I beg to differ. I got a ton of people up here that I know that are Packers fans that have been, agreeing with how bad the refs are screwing us over.
They've seen the light. Everyone's seen the light.
I'm going to go ahead. I really like what Jeremy B said there about some kind of system that penalize, the refs for making those bad calls. I like that. I feel like they need to be, like Logan's saying, they need to be accountable for their mistakes. That was a big mistake that changed the entire outcome of that game. We know for a fact what would have happened if that delay of game would have been penalized. 10-second runoff, the Lions win the game. It's that simple. That win was taken away from us.
The other thing that I don't understand, maybe one of you guys knows the reason, although I can't imagine that there's a good one. Why is it that you can't use a challenge in the last minute of the game? Like, those are the most important calls, and if the ref blows them, you ought to be able to like, if they challenge, I mean, I don't think a delay of game, I don't know if that's a challengeable like play or situation. But
I
you know what I
know
mean?
the reason. I do
That
know the
brings
reason.
you to the point of do you implement something where it would be a mess? I know it would be a mess if the coaches could challenge penalties like that.
But
it would be,
that's the thing, though.
That would be the whole game. They would just be
no.
challenging.
I'm not. No, like
right.
you wouldn't give them
No.
any
You
additional.
still only have 2 challenges.
Right. You just.
Well, what happened with the?
Why do you get to tell me that during the most crucial parts of the game now I can't use my challenge?
Here's
I don't understand that either.
I get that for sure. I definitely understand where you're going for there.
The thing is, in order to use the challenge in the last minute of the game, you have to have a timeout. The Lions and the Ravens both burned all their timeouts before that play happened. So therefore, they couldn't use the challenge. But I think this is a way to amend that rule to make it for the end of the game if you have a challenge left. Why don't they make it so that the challenge, like if you don't have a timeout and you're the defense trying to challenge an offensive play, you call the challenge. If it fails, guess what? You get a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down to the other team
or something. So wait, you can use the challenge in the last minute if you have one, if you have a timeout left.
If you have a timeout left, yes. But we didn't
Not
have any
that I'm aware
left.
of.
No, you can't. Under 2 minutes.
You cannot challenge anything under 2 minutes. It's all via the booth.
Yeah, that is what it is.
It all has to come from New York. That's right.
So why is it that the NFL is in control of the reviews that happen and the reviews that don't happen?
The most important games.
They're literally
exactly why.
They're literally setting up games.
It gets better about that delay of game, though. There was a friend of mine that was there at the end zone, and he was filming the game clock. The time clock, the play clock on the TV was actually a second faster than the one on the field.
Okay,
so even at a second, there was a longer.
It was just short of 2 seconds instead of 3 seconds. We were watching.
No. It was 2 seconds on the TV clock. It was 3 seconds on the game clock.
Oh my Lord!
So here's my question, because this seems to be a pretty good topic of discussion. They go to replay when in certain situations the officials will just. I've seen a lot of times where the officials are like, "Well, we want to take a look at that." Out of nowhere, they don't. They do it out of nowhere. So in that scenario, when you have a blatant thing that you can obviously see was wrong, that commentators are saying right in the game are wrong, why didn't the replay officials jump in at that point and be like, "Hey, we need to take a look at that"? Why didn't that happen?
Because Lions.
Give this shit a whirl again.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they're fixing the games.
How popular have I made that phrase, and how often is it applicable?
Hey, wait, that ref crew alone, out of the last 10 biggest travesties over the last 10 years, have been a part of 5 of them.
Yikes! How many involving us? Just 2?
No, of the Lions.
That's 5
travesties. 5 of them by that one crew. Number 1 was back in 2013. The phantom face mask against Flacco that set up the career long for Justin Tucker to beat us on Monday Night Football.
It was Sunday.
Remember that?
It was Sunday night.
Monday night, whatever.
We held them without a touchdown. We lost to 6 field goals.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. Then the next one, fast forward a few years, the Calvin Johnson catch rule. They were the refs there.
That was before that.
No, they were.
No, that was 2016. Yep. The catch rule.
They were the refs on that one too.
They were the refs in that one.
I thought
fast forward a little bit more. The Golden Tate runoff rule. So they know the runoff rule. They used it against the Lions.
Oh, so they weren't the refs for the batted ball?
No, they were not the refs for the batted ball. There's one other one, and I can't think of it. And then there was this one.
A rule that even I knew, but the refs didn't.
I mean,
Right.
This caught a lot of attention from a lot of people. So hopefully, maybe I like Jeremy B's idea to end the subject here. Maybe they'll start implementing something like that to where the refs can be, not
I'm serious, refs,
but they can be taking their penalties. They can be taken care of. They can be, something can happen when they make a mistake like that. When it's a game winning mistake, something needs to be done, because the Lions should have a win in everyone's book. The Lions
I almost
should have won.
I've been doing the Lions record on the marquee at work, and it says Lions record 0-3. I almost put right after it should be 1-2.
Check. Mic working?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, let me leave this one. Oh, is it gonna?
Yep, it booted him, and
You're
he's right back in. Fantastic.
Hey, remember, I'm on a computer now, so I have quick clicking reflexes right now. So
That's fantastic.
but we can't hear you, buddy. Oh.
Yep, you got to shorten your wire a little bit. Maybe it's not quite all the way in.
Hey, hi to the guy in the background. Yeah, you weren't. It was like you were muted. But hey,
let me take this
while Dom is doing that, I think it would be a great time for just Smoking Jeremy B to tell us a little bit about our sponsor.
Our sponsor is A1 Tire and Auto Repair of Bay City and Saginaw. 2 locations to serve you: custom wheels and rims, new and used tires, and window tinting, available at the Saginaw location.
Perfect. Thank you, Jeremy B,
yeah.
and thank you, A1 Tire and Auto Repair, for your sponsorship. We really appreciate you hopping on board and coming along on this journey with us. Hey, guys and gals, we are up to 76 subscribers and looking to hit that 100 mark. So please jump aboard our YouTube page and click on that subscribe button. It's right down on the bottom right of your page. Make sure you hit the like and notification bell, and you guys will be notified of all of our new and upcoming episodes. And we are back. Just a reminder, we are back on our normal schedule. We will see you tomorrow night for our Fan Zone show at 7 p.m., our new show. We are finally getting ready to launch that. And Sunday morning, 10 a.m., we will be live 10 a.m. Sunday morning for our new time, for our new pregame show. Super stoked about that. Coming to you right before the game starts. Going to be awesome. Can't wait. We'll see if Detroit Dom, he's looks like he's still getting ready down there.
Yep. I will have to give you ahead of time my key of the game and what the keys to the game and my hot player to watch, because unfortunately I do have to work tomorrow. So I will make sure you have all that info.
Smoking Jeremy B will not be on every pregame show. So until he's working on it. But for right now, he's not going to be on every one. Hey, Smoking Jeremy B, I don't know if you mind or not, but I know that some news came your way just recently, something that may be happening with you. I don't know if you want to share that with everybody that's watching, your big announcement.
I wrote my very first article on Monday following the Sunday game, and I posted it all over media, including in Herman Moore's Lion Nations Unite app. And it looks like, hammering out on Monday, I might be getting a deal to be an editorial writer for a Lions website.
Congratulations,
awesome.
Man.
Awesome.
Our very own Smoking Jeremy B going to be doing some great stuff. And just remember, you're right here. That's number 1.
You know that. No, I'm going to write my stuff outside of podcast time. Definitely.
No, I'm so happy for you, Jeremy B. You're so intelligent when it comes to this Lions football and football in general. So super proud of you, and wish you the best in that. If you need any insights on your articles at all, I'm just a call away. I can give you all kinds of great stuff to put in there.
I will definitely be picking everybody's brain.
I thought Jeremy's smarter.
Jeremy's great. I'll tell you that right now.
Ask Dom about last year's draft.
What'd you get? The first, 9, 10, 11 picks in a row, 17?
No, I got the first 9 of 11 picks exactly right, not only by position, by who they'd pick. The only ones I missed was J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain.
I think Alex Leatherwood, too.
Oh, yeah, that one blew me away. But that was the Raiders. That was later. They always screw up. But
one other thing before we jump on to the next topic, I want to just give everybody a quick update to anyone that knows. My mom, a few days ago, went in the hospital. And as of right now, she is improving day by day. So prayers up, and thank you everybody that has been supporting her and the family during all this. It's been really tough, but she's a trooper and she's fighting real hard, and she's looking on the up and up right now. So things are going in the right direction as we speak. So no permanent brain damage or anything like that. So
fantastic.
Let's go ahead and jump into the next subject. This is based on an article that I read on DetroitLions.com. Chris Spielman has put himself in the kind of like a mentor role, kind of jumped down and started coaching the linebackers during practice with the linebacker coach, which I like it. I just wanted to get everybody's thoughts on this. So what do you guys think of how is this going to help? How could this help the linebackers? If you watched any games when Chris Spielman was announcing, how what's the word I'm looking for? He's right in there. It's like he wants to be down in the game, telling them what to do. So having him on the sideline, this could be a lot of help for the linebacking core. Is it too much to have Spielman down there, or is that a welcome thing for the Lions linebackers?
Great idea. I was kind of bummed when we hired him, because then he wouldn't announce our games anymore, because watching Chris Spielman announce Lions games is amazing.
It was gold.
I compare that to watching Tony Romo announce a football game. That guy can announce a football game like crazy, and I think Chris Spielman was the same way especially when it came to the defense and the linebackers. So, Dom, let's just go to you. I know you said you like it. What kind of help? What kind of things does Chris Spielman bring to that core?
I mean, he's got the experience. It's a bunch of young guys that can only get better listening to him. I'm shocked. It's long overdue. I never really thought about him in any sort of coaching role. I thought he would have a front office job somewhere by now. I'm really in the mix for it, but I would have been much more okay. I mean, if we're talking, former NFL linebackers, I would be much more okay with us having hired Chris Spielman as the GM rather than Matt Millen. Although, I don't know if I ever told you guys that Jeremy knows. Speaking of Matt Millen, although I just gave away the answer, so I'll just tell you the story. When Cocaine Wayne got fired, before Bobby Ross, Barry Sanders' pick for head coach, Matt Millen. I think Matt Millen could have been a good coach.
Well, let's jump over to Statman. What are your thoughts on Spielman jumping down there? And
I think it's awesome. He's had years of experience in the league playing himself. And, he seems kind of like one of those mentor type, and he knows the game in and out. Even when he announced games, I liked what you said, Dom, about it was all about the Detroit Lions games was listening to Spielman announce it every time. Got used to hearing his voice and him diagnosing the plays as they're happening. And just like Tony Romo, how you were talking, Andy, but I think it brings a lot to the table. I think a guy in his position and the teams he played on, I think he can bring a lot to these young linebackers that need the help, honestly.
Smoking Jeremy B?
Well, it's not only going to help the young linebackers that are trying to learn how to play in the NFL, it's also going to help those aging defensive ends that are being switched to outside linebacker, because he's going to help them with their transition, because he knows how to play not only inside, but he also switched around to outside occasionally back there in the 90s. He was just all over the place. He was a sideline, even though he didn't have great speed, he was still a sideline defender because he knew the right angles to take.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just gonna. I absolutely love him being down there. I wish he would have done it sooner. If anybody should be down there helping those guys out, it should be Chris Spielman, 100%. And he did it on his own. So he went down there and got involved on his own. We're gonna jump down to the comment real quick. Dan Leonard, he says, "So I did it again and took the Lions not to kill my parlay."
Ooh.
Oh, now they're gonna lose because of that.
Thanks, Dan.
You never bet on the Lions.
Dan, you're a curse. You're a thing. You're like the greenie kiss of death.
Don't involve your money in a Lions football game.
Hey, this time it's going to pay off for you, Dan. It's going to pay off for you. I got a good feeling. And if it does, this group of, the We Are Lions Nation Podcast Foundation, I can give you that hookup. You can send that right over to us.
Who's our linebackers coach on the team right now?
It's Mark DeLeon. He was formerly on the Chicago Bears. He's the one that coached up Roquan Smith.
Okay.
Well, real quick, we're going to go ahead and do our Who You Got picks for this week 4. But we did not get to recap our picks last week. So I'm going to go ahead and post that up so everybody can see. So we have the primetime showdown. We had right now the nation. You guys are sitting at 5-4, and the We Are Lions Nation podcast guys, we are at dismal 2-7.
I got one of them right
with our primetime picks. As far as the We Are Lions Nation podcast picks go, I am sitting at 20-28. Statman right now 26-21, and Smoke and Jeremy B have another huge week this week. The pick master, as Statman said he wants to call him, the pick master is at 31-17 right now. So Smoke and Jeremy B kicking everybody's butt, and I'm just gonna start picking everybody that he picks. And hey, I like to take chances. I took a chance on the Jags 2 weeks in a row, this week included, as my upset pick, and it bit me in the ass both times. So I think after this week, I'm going to have to retire that thought and move on.
I was disappointed with the offensive output in that game yesterday. I thought it was going to be out.
Yeah,
Dan says, "Hey, they're so bad it makes the $20 worth $13,000 if I get lucky."
Ooh, hey!
Yeah, and every comment, Dan, that you put on the show tonight is actually cost you
1%,
$5,000. So
we take donations. Hey, we take donations.
Yeah, the foundation. We got to get the foundation.
Laid an egg.
But let's go ahead, guys, and go to one of my favorite things that we do. It's the Who You Got picks, and it is week 4. So let's go ahead and jump into those. And with our first matchup, Sunday night, we got the Bucs taking on the Patriots. Brady coming back against Belichick. Let's start with the guest. Dom, who you got? Bucs, Pats?
Bucs by 75. Actually, no. I mean, the Buccaneers are going to win, but it will not be Tom Brady. Because what is Bill Belichick better at than anything else?
Defense.
Right, but more specifically.
Knowing what Tom Brady likes to do.
Taking away what you do well. So, of course, now that I dropped in my big money league, he'll probably have 120 yards and 2 touchdowns this week.
Let's go to Smoke and Jeremy B. Who you got? Bucs, Pats?
I got the Bucs, but I think it's going to be a little bit more of a shootout, mostly because of what Dom just said. The way he coaches the defense and takes away. But I think the defense of the Bucs are finally actually going to show up to help shut Mac Jones down.
And Dan Leonard saying Brady's going off for 404 touchdowns.
I hope so.
Yeah. But we all went with the Bucs. I went with the Bucs. Statman, who you got?
At the Razor Blade or the Gay Boat?
Who you got, Statman?
I am going Buccaneers, and I think it's not even going to be close. I think Tom Brady, every time he's going to play against the Patriots, he just wants that proving point. It wasn't Belichick's system that made him a winner.
Fun stat that I seen earlier today. Tom Brady is the most sacked quarterback in NFL history as of last week.
I mean, who's got more games played though than got to be in the top 5 by now. I mean, he's 70 years old.
The Nation is going to took the Bengals for Thursday night, and the Nation is going with the Bucs as well for that pick. Oh, we got my Uncle Bud coming in. His name is Bud. Do not call him Marion. No, I'm just kidding. Uncle Bud's taking the Bucs. All right, Uncle Bud's got the Bucs. Let's see. We'll go to our next game. We have the Monday Night Football Showdown. We got the Raiders taking on the Chargers. I will start this one. This was a tough pick for me, but I went with the Chargers. Let's go Smoking Jeremy B. Who you got? Oh, we lost. He's down. He's man down. Man down. Yeah, I think he said Raiders.
What?
Did he actually fall?
Raiders it is.
Statman, who you got?
I am going Chargers as well. Chargers really surprised me against the Chiefs last week. So I am not going to bet against them this time, and I'm going Chargers and Herbert.
Let's go to you, Dom.
Is that game at the SoFi or the
SoFi?
Chargers, yep.
SoFi.
Chargers, but I don't feel good about it.
Smoking Jeremy B, you went with the Raiders, and the Nation agreed with you, my friend. They are taking the Raiders in this one as well.
Derek Carr right now is the passing leader. That defense has been showing up and been a sack master with Max Crosby instead of Clelin Ferrell that they never should have taken.
I changed all my picks to whatever Jeremy picked.
Are they maybe?
I spelled Chargers wrong. Did anybody notice that? I spelled Chargers.
Yeah, Charges.
Charges.
Hey,
yeah, they're charging to a loss.
I was doing this at like 11 p.m. last night. I was putting this show together. So
I know, buddy.
Working hard.
A little bit of a mess up. We got the Titans versus the Jets.
Oh, good Lord.
This is going to be a heart stomping, up to the last minute, nail biting game here. I went with the Titans on this one. Statman, who you got?
Titans all day. Jets defense is horrible, and Derrick Henry's just going to run all over him.
Smoking Jerry B.
Titans. I say that Zach Wilson might throw a record 7 picks tomorrow or Sunday.
And Dom?
That would only tie the record of Ty Detmer in less than 1 year.
I thought that was 6. Was it 7?
7. And another one that got called back. I was there.
Who you got, Dom? Titans?
I'm going Jets just for a chance to maybe get one on Jeremy, even though he took. Jets got to beat somebody sometime.
Eventually.
We'll see.
Don't
That's
they?
my thoughts on the Jags. Eventually, they might win something. You know.
J-E-T.
Oh,
You got the Jags.
Oh man, and you're wearing the hat.
What? It's like he knew it was destiny. We got the Lions taking on the Bears in Chicago. I got the Lions in this one. I did not think of a score yet, though. Man, you know what? From what I've seen of Justin Fields, I ain't seen much. If he starts, I think the Lions are going to play very well, and I am going to say that the Lions take this one 28-14. Let's go to Dom.
I mean, obviously, I can only make a pick one way or the other. I will say, as long as Justin Fields starts, we beat them. If it's either one of the other two, we'll get killed. Or there's also still a chance that after, one of the worst rookie debuts we've ever seen, we could easily get torched. But from what I've seen right now, that offensive line is porous, and Justin Fields can't read a defense any better than Kevin Garnett can read the word equivalent.
Let's go over to you, my man, Statman. Who you got?
Lions 30-10.
Nice. I like that. I like it.
21-17 Lions.
Like that, Dom. I like that score. Smoking Jeremy B, you've been shaking your head down there. Who you got?
Picking the Bears.
I still have the Lions, but the score is going to be 27-17. We're going to kick 2 field goals. We're going to score 3 touchdowns, but they are going to get 2 touchdowns and a field goal as well. They don't know who the starter is yet, and I don't care. That O-line is so bad.
Well, I think what's going to happen is they're going to kick 2 field goals, then the net's going to pop up in front of the goalpost, and the field goals are going to bounce off, but the refs aren't going to see it, and they're not going to call it, and then the Lions are going to lose in Chicago because of that.
How many sacks did we get
in that game?
I say a minimum of 4.
Yeah, I like 4. I like 4.
5.
I'm saying 5.
I said a minimum.
We got to catch up in the comments real quick. We got Mary Matthews coming in saying the Raiders. He's also picking the Titans, and he is going with the Lions as well. Hey, if you got a score prediction there, why don't you pop that up too? I'd like to see what you think the score is going to be in that one. We got Mortar City Podcast. Bad part is supposed to rain there. Jared Goff's out. Well, we know what that does to Jared Goff.
Get out of my game. You saw me
give the ball to Williams.
The rain
and Swift.
Wait. Jared Goff needs to channel his inner Teddy Bridgewater. He needs to be Teddy Two Gloves with a lot of stickum.
Just hand the ball off.
Well, let's hope the rain is not Jared Goff's kryptonite and he can pull it out in the rain.
Okay.
We've seen what happened. We've seen what happened the first time it rained. It went to complete crap. So,
however, and I think it's possible because, as far as I know, Justin Fields, every rookie turnover prone. Me and Jeremy have talked about this for forever. If Jared Goff's fumble-itis comes back, the defense has to match that. Like whatever turnovers we make, we got to match that.
Yep.
Statman, what are you doing?
Showing the jersey I'm wearing.
Like you're posing.
Golf, baby.
Golf.
Weird model picture, like
the golf.
Golf.
Oh,
hey,
sorry.
Mary Matthews jumping in saying his score prediction is Lions 21-13 over the Bears. I like that one too. Hey, Logan, real quick before we get to the next game, what do these people have to do again if they want to get notified and keep up to date on us?
Subscribe. We're almost to 100. We're on that march. We're gonna be giving away free stuff to you guys. Somebody subscribe. Get to that 100. We'll put you guys in a randomizer and we'll figure out a winner and we'll send you some free stuff. So get on there, subscribe on YouTube. You can also catch me doing some crazy dancing and doing the Lions fight song on TikTok. So make sure you check that out as well. And we're on every other social media platform pretty much. So just go out there, look for us. You'll find us, follow us, subscribe. We appreciate it.
All right. Next up, we have the Colts taking on the Dolphins. Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
Oh, that's a tough
I want to say the Dolphins are going to win at home because the Colts are so damn bad.
All right.
I'm going to jump in real quick. Mortar City Podcast score prediction 30, Lions 30-10 as well. So he's agreeing with
the stat man.
We got Mary Matthews saying going with the Dolphins. Dom, who you got?
Two is still out, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Jacoby Brissett's in.
Hi. Do I have to pick? Colts, but probably a tie. Colts
Ooh.
got to beat somebody eventually too.
Yeah.
Who'd you go with, Statman? Who you got?
Colts. They're gonna pull out a win.
I went with the Colts in this one as well. It took me a minute to pick one in this one. I could have flipped a coin and went either way. I think
That game is this week's toilet bowl.
If you flip,
Yes.
What was that, Dom?
I said if you flipped a coin, it would have landed on its side.
Yeah. Undecided. We got the Browns taking on the Vikings. Let's go Statman on this one. Who you got?
I got the Vikings.
Oh, Smoking Jeremy B shaking his head down there. Who you got, Smoking Jeremy B?
The Browns are going to annihilate them. They have the better defense. They get way more pressure. Kirk Cousins is going to look like the second coming of interception tie Denver.
You're wrong. You're wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to go with the Vikings as well on this one. This is the week, if nobody knows, this is the week that Smoking Jeremy B goes down and Statman and I catch up.
I take the lead.
Vikings, Browns.
That game's in Minnesota.
Yes.
Yep.
Browns. Like, the Vikings are better. This is a better game than people thought it was going to be, but I got Browns. But the Browns will Browns against much worse teams a couple times here. Like, find the 3 worst teams on their schedule. They'll go 1-2 against them.
Marion Matthews going with the Browns in this one. And Mortar City Podcast, Browns win easily. So we got a few people agreeing with Smoking Jeremy B, but me and Statman, we're sticking together on this one, and we're gonna come out with the winners.
You're going
We
down,
gotta do
boys.
something to catch up to you, man. We gotta pick some of the opposite.
That's fine.
We got Washington taking on the Falcons.
God.
Let's go with Statman. Who you got?
I'm taking Washington. Falcons are horrible, even though they got a win against an abysmal Giants team last week. They don't stand a chance against Washington in that defense.
Dom, who you got?
Washington. This is another, like, a not good game. But
Smoking Jeremy B.
Washington. Tyler Henneke will look like the MVP that Daniel Kelly, the ex-former scout, said he is.
I went with Washington as well. I think it was a
foreskin.
pretty obvious choice there. We have
why isn't that name part of – why isn't that on the ballot?
What?
Foreskins.
Yeah, that
Yep.
should be on there.
I like that one too.
Red
It's
Wolf.
catchy. It's very catchy.
Red Wolves is on the ballot.
It is. Like, they could do something cool with the logo, too, I think.
Mary Matthews
Yeah,
says, sorry about your luck. So he must be referring to Logan and I picking the opposite team.
Yeah.
We got Mortar City Podcast. They're voting for Washington, and Mary Matthews going for Washington as well. So a full sweep on that one. I think that one was pretty obvious. We got the Texans taking on the Bills in Buffalo. There's going to be some table smash in that game. Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
The Bills by 40. Hey, I called it against the Miami Dolphins, and you guys didn't listen to me. I said they were going to win by over 30 and hurt Tua by the second quarter, and both things came true.
Dude, you're like a, what do you call him?
An idiot savant.
Yeah. Who you got, Dom? Texans, Bills.
Bills, not close.
Logan,
Like the
Statman?
Texans, they're lucky, but they're not beating a team like Buffalo.
Yeah, Bills all day.
Mortar City Podcast agrees with the Bills. I went with the Bills on this one as well. And
Another
I'm
clean
sure
sweep.
That Marion, oh, there he is. He's going with the Bills as well. So clean sweep in that one. We got the Giants taking on the Saints. I went with the Saints in this one. Statman, who you got?
Saints.
Smoking Jerry B, who you got?
Saints.
And Dom.
Giants getting off the schneid.
They're away.
Giants. Whoa. Going the opposite.
They got to win at some point. That roster.
It ain't this week.
Which team shows up?
We got Dan Leonard popping in. He is going Saints. And I'm sure that Mortar City Podcast and Marion will be popping in here to let us know who they pick. And Dan Leonard says, Dom, you're on crack.
No.
He's a Giants fan, too.
Yeah, he is. Dan's a Giants fan.
I am a Daniel Jones sympathizer, and I am still a Kenny Galladay fan.
So we got Marion's pick.
I'm sorry.
The Saints, and Mortar City Podcast coming in with the Saints as well. So I'm pretty. That was almost a clean sweep, except for Dom.
All right, like I said, I got to catch up.
We got the Panthers taking on the Cowboys.
Oh.
The undefeated versus the one-loss team, right?
I don't know what Dallas's record is. I don't know how many.
They're 2-1. They beat the Chargers, and then they won last week against the Eagles.
Okay. Well, let's start with you, Jeremy B. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Cowboys because they're at home. That crowd's electric. They get into the game. They make it hard for visiting teams. And the Panthers aren't that good without Christian McCaffrey.
Statman.
Cowgirls, even though I hate the team, I'm going to have to pick them this week.
I went with the Cowboys as well on this one. Let's go down to you, Dom. Who you got?
Panthers.
He's trying to catch up the hard way.
Well, no, here's why. This goes back 3 years. Because 3 years ago was the last time that Dak Prescott beat a team with a winning record.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I have been trying your strategy since we started this, and it has not worked. I'm in last place because I'm not picking the same as Jerry B. And this time I'm going with Logan all the way.
I only picked the Panthers because I really think they're going to win. Like, do I really think the Jets are going to win? Probably not. But I mean, I can't say I believe in the Panthers. They're not as good as their record, but Dallas.
But they are doing good things. I think the Panthers are showing some good stuff. It might be a pretty good game. We got Motor City Podcast going with the Panthers, and Marion Matthews going with the Cowboys.
If Dallas,
Way to go, Uncle Bud.
If Dallas did last week, they are much tougher to beat. It's like the Browns with Mayfield. The less Baker Mayfield or Dak Prescott throws, their win percentage goes up.
We got one here. This is probably going to be a pretty good matchup. We got the Seahawks taking on the 49ers. Dom, we'll go with you first. Who you got?
That's in
San Francisco.
Carson,
Candlestick.
the Gene Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Isn't it Levi's?
Not Candlestick. Yeah, Levi's.
Stadium.
I forgot they had a new stadium.
Seahawks. They got the better quarterback.
And let's shoot it over to
Yards allowed.
Statman.
I'm taking the Niners. I think they're going to win at home. The Seahawks have no defense.
Smoking Jeremy B, who you got?
I got the 49ers as well because Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf are both questionable for the game.
Ooh,
That's a huge hit right there. With Tyler Lockett not in the game.
So it's a Dwayne Eskridge coming out party?
Could be, but I doubt it.
I picked the Seahawks. I picked the Seahawks to take this one, not knowing that statement that you just said. That kind of scares me a little bit now. Shoot. We got some comments coming in here. Let's see. Mary Matt says, Dom, you could pull it off. So he's rooting for you. Uncle Bud is rooting for you, Dom. You got a supporter?
Could happen. Appreciate you, bud.
Uncle Bud going with the 49ers for his pick, and Mortar City Podcast going with the Niners as well. Hey, real quick, everybody, we got a couple games left to go over, but real quick, Just want to make sure that everybody is clicking on that subscribe button right now. If you're watching on YouTube, it only takes 1 second to subscribe. Bam, bam, bam. And you are notified of all future episodes. So be sure to do that. And thank you to Mortar City Podcast, Uncle Bud, and Dan Leonard, and everybody else watching right now. Thank you so much for popping in and being a part of the show tonight. We got the Cardinals taking on the Rams. I think this one is going to be a great game. Let's go with Smoking Jerry B, who's shaking his head yes.
I got the Rams winning it in a shootout. Both teams have a decent defense. Both teams have great quarterback play. Both teams seem to be hitting on all cylinders right now. But I'm going for that Stafford factor. He's going to get a late touchdown to go ahead.
Nope. I'm going to take my pick right now. I am going with the Cardinals to beat the Rams and put Stafford down on a pedestal. So that's what's going to happen. Who you got, Statman? Why you get all close like that? Because I did.
I've won against the Rams every week and I lose, so I'm going Rams. I can't go against Stafford anymore. I can't do it. I just can't.
Let's go down to you, Dom. Cardinals or Rams?
That game's at SoFi as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like the primetime game or Monday?
Nope.
No, one's at 1 and one's at 4.
Oh, so do they have time to repaint the end zones? Or they don't?
I don't know.
Rams in a close one. Dr. Stafford continues to operate. But it's coming to an end.
Eventually. But not this week.
We got Mortar City Podcast is going with the Rams, and Uncle Bud says Rams is taking some feathers. So stomping on them Cardinals. Let's go ahead and go down to Steelers versus the Packers.
Oh,
Man, I'm going to have to wash my mouth out after I just said that. Let's go down to Dom. Let's start with you on this one. Steelers versus Packers. Who you got?
Packers not close. The Steelers their O-line is as bad as it's been maybe in my life.
We're going to go to Smoking Jeremy B next. Who you got?
Well, Packers. I threw up in my mouth a little.
It's hard for me to do too, but I took the Packers on this one. I think Ben Roethlisberger is struggling big time right now, and it's the Packers. So
supposedly in the best shape of his life.
Yeah, it looks like it. What shape is that? Flop? We got
oval instead of round.
Yeah,
right.
Statman, I went to you last because this is an interesting pick for you. Who you got, Statman?
My upset pick. The Steelers win. Because I hate the Packers too. I can't pick them. I just can't do it. Fucking cheeseheads.
Well,
I've gone against them every week. I'm not doing it no more.
We don't have Marion or Uncle Bud coming in here or Mortar City Podcast yet. So we'll jump back if they put their pick. Oh, and here comes one of them.
Jug?
Uncle Bud says at Packers, and I hate the Packers.
Yep. I agree.
I agree.
Uncle Bud.
Should his name be Shug?
What?
Shouldn't his nickname be
Shug?
Shug?
Shug.
Like sugar.
Like Marion Shug Knight. Reputed gangster and former head of Death Row Records.
His nickname should be Hulk Hogan because that's exactly what he looks like.
Oh, I have a friend named Roddy Hogan, and he looks like Hulk.
Yeah, he's my Uncle Bud's a beast.
What you gonna do, brother?
We were doing that when we were downstate. We were seeing him. Me and my brother were doing that to him. What you gonna do? We were making fun of him. He didn't like it.
Hey, but is he a real American?
He is. Real American.
Fights for the
I
rights
am
of every
a
man.
real
American.
We're getting monetized and then demonetized. You can't do that.
He said,
Rick,
Uncle Bud
Thanks,
says,
bud.
good
Thanks.
luck to you, Statman.
I need all the luck I can get because I need to catch up to Jeremy here. I'm only 5 games behind here, so.
Oh,
it could
that's only
swing.
because of your first week.
Yeah,
He said
first week was
he said
horrible.
no Hawkster, so he doesn't agree with the Hawkster comments. But hey, that's what I see every time I see him. But I can't help it. But
I bet he's got more hair on the top of his head than Hulk has had since the 70s.
he does.
Yes.
We got Ravens taking on the Broncos in Denver. So Dom, let's go to you first. Who you got? Ravens versus Broncos.
Broncos.
All right. Statman, who you got?
The Broncos in Mile High Stadium. I take the Broncos all day. Teddy Two Gloves. Gonna eat up some Ravens.
Smoking, Jeremy B. Who you got?
I took the Broncos as well.
And I went with the Broncos as well. So clean sweep.
Wow,
so
we all
far.
those.
Oh, we got Dolo Dynamite coming in saying, "Yo, what's up?
Yo,
What's up,
Dolo?
Dynamite?
Thanks
Good
for
to see you
popping
again,
in."
buddy.
Dolo, like solo Dolo?
Our next game is the last game for our Who You Got picks. It is the Chiefs taking on the Eagles in Philly. Smoking Jeremy B. Who you got?
Mahomo rights the ship, and the Chiefs win big.
Oh, man, Uncle Bud comes back and says yes to the Hawksters. So now he has a change of thought, and he's going with it. He can see it now. He can.
That's
see it.
right, brother.
He's fickle.
What you gonna do when the largest arms in the WWE go wild on you?
24 Pythons.
Yeah. We got Dynamite coming in saying, "What's up, fellas?"
What's up?
And
What up, though?
Uncle Bud going with the Broncos for his pick.
You gotta go them Broncos. Mile High Stadium. It's hard to play.
I don't
The
Chiefs, and then I don't care. Like, they lost to us. Like, that game goes down as a win for us. I don't believe in victories, but we won that game.
So we got the Chiefs taking on the Eagles. I do have no idea who I just went to on that one first. Did I go to anybody yet on that?
Jeremy put his in.
What do you got, Jeremy? Who you got?
I took the Chiefs.
Yep,
All right.
he took the Chiefs.
Let's go with Dom. Who you got?
Chiefs big. The Eagles are not good.
Trash.
There is word out on the street that the Eagles
Watson doesn't end up in prison. The Eagles might get him.
Yep, that's what I was just going to say. They're looking at Deshaun Watson.
Why aren't we?
Why aren't we? Because we can't afford to get rid of Goff in that $65 million dead cap hit.
Statman.
And
who you got?
I'm going the Chiefs.
All right, and I went to Chiefs as well on that one.
Cap. I don't know if I told you or not, Jeremy, but do you know what team leads the league in dead cap hits right now?
The Lions.
Your Detroit Lions.
Well, let's go down to Dynamite here. Says, can I ask you guys a question?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, we don't take. It's $5 per question.
Give it to us.
Dynamite, so
$5 per question per bond. So it's going to cost you $20 if you want 4 answers.
real quick before we get to his question,
Let him ask.
Uncle Bud
I
is
love it.
saying the Eagles. So let's pop up that question now with our first 2 picks. What you guys drafted? Well, I'm going to take this to the man who I think can answer it good first. Smoking Jeremy B, you just shared your mock draft with us earlier today. So according to your mock draft, who are you picking first? 2 picks.
Well, because Thibodeau is going to go either first or second, and we're probably going to end up with the 3rd through the 7th pick. If I'm doing that, I'm either looking to trade back a little bit and get some more draft capital, or I'm going to go ahead and pick the 2nd best defensive end in college football that can play outside linebacker too, and that is Aiden Hutchinson.
All right, Dom, got any take on that? Maybe looks like it.
So we're going with who, not just like what position.
Yeah, I did defensive end / line.
It says what you guys drafted.
Oh, I like Jeremy's idea of trading back. I definitely don't want, even if we got the number 1 pick, I don't want that guy from Oregon. Because tell me one good defensive player from Oregon ever not named Patrick Chung. Go ahead, try.
You can't.
Trick question. There aren't any. I don't like. I can't imagine a defensive end from Michigan is that good either, because all the good pass rushers in the Big Ten come from Ohio State or Penn State, not Michigan. So I'm trading back. I'm looking at, I don't know, linebacker, anything, literally anything. Not a quarterback that high, but literally anything.
Defense. Anything defensively in the first round is what I'm thinking.
I thought about it a week or so ago. I think I'm going best player available.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. This might be crazy because I know who he is, who we have now. But I'm gonna go if Jared Goff does not perform better than he has this season. I say the Lions maybe take a chance and go after a quarterback with one of those 2 picks. But I think number 1, they need to go on the defensive side of the ball. So I do agree with that. I think they need to go defensive side of the ball first, and then maybe see what's out there.
Or literally anything. Anything. The only thing we don't need is a center.
We got Dynamite saying Kyle Hamilton and another defensive guy.
Kyle Hamilton. Who's that?
Clyde
the
Hamilton.
safety?
Clyde Hamilton.
Yeah. I like that.
We got Statman. Any thoughts?
I say you got to go defense. I mean, that's where we're hurting right now. I think our offense is pretty steady. And I think Goff, like he said, the gut punches are going to stop, and I believe him. I think you're going to see a different Goff from here on out. I know it's going to be a rainy game in Chicago this Sunday, but I think he's going to turn around. I think you have to go pass rusher. I think you have to go defensive end or outside linebacker. So I agree with Jeremy there. With Hutchinson, I haven't seen much of Michigan football this year, so I don't really follow college football, so it's hard. And I don't like assessing drafts or mock drafts until toward the end of the year when I've seen the players play all year long. And then I kind of go back, watch highlights, see what I like and what I dislike on players. So I would just have to say at this point in time, just defense. That's what I take.
I'm with you on that, Statman. I don't like talking draft too early because we're not even close to that point yet. Let's get we still got the whole season to go.
Might I interject about Goff?
Mm-hmm.
Goff is sitting 6th in passing yards right now in the league. He has 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He's not doing horrible. He also has 69.9% completion percentage, which is damn near the best that Stafford ever had playing for him.
You talking about Goff?
Yeah.
He's not been bad.
No, he hasn't.
Everybody's hating on him. Like, get rid of Goff. Let's get Watson. I'm like, what the
hell?
Hey,
Quinn, welcome to the show.
For the right price, I would do it.
What's up, Quinn?
Hey, Quinn Cook hopping in. One of our, you'll see him tomorrow night, hopefully on our Fan Zone show. So
yes, sir. Quinn, you're invited for tomorrow.
And thanks for popping in tonight, my friend. I want to just elaborate on what I said. I'm just saying that as in another take because I don't hate Jared Goff. I don't dislike him as our quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
I bet you don't.
Hey, get your damn mask face back away from here.
I
don't. But I'm just throwing up another option, something that they could possibly think about if it doesn't work out for Goff. But I do not dislike Goff. I have been arguing with people all the time about Jared Goff. So
I don't think anyone dislikes him. He's just too expensive for a game manager. But he got us those extra picks. So at this point, it is what it is.
He's not as expensive as you think since he restructured his contract, though.
He's not, but he's still expensive for a game manager. We've seen his ceiling. He got us the extra picks. All things being equal, we've talked about this at length. I would have rather
I know.
One first rounder and a player. Any player.
Hey, that reminds me real quick, before this is down the road, but I want to keep popping this out there so everybody knows we will be doing our first ever draft special show. I'm looking forward to that this year. It's something that we've been planning this whole year so far, so it's going to be pretty fun. We're hoping to have a bunch of people on, and I think it's going to be a great time. Quinn Cook says, I will be at the Bobcat game till 4 Montana time.
That's perfect. That's what time we'll be getting a hold of you about. Are you 2 or 3 hours behind us?
Does Montana have their own time?
Well, they're 2 or 3 hours behind us.
Are they west or mountain?
They're mountain.
I think Montana's one of the ones that might be split. I don't know. That's a big state of nothing. Quinn.
So we got Quinn Cook saying Swift is playing more now.
Yep.
Yes.
Dan Campbell already said he's going to be the starter now versus Jamal Williams, which is what we wanted to begin with because he's the faster option and he might be able to burn him on the outside and get people gassed.
Yeah, get him going early, get him going often, and then those third downs pounded in there with Jamal Williams. That should be the game plan. We got Uncle Bud coming in saying he's not doing all that great either. I think he's referring to Jared Goff.
He's talking about Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's a caveat to that. Right now, the Lions are second in drops this year, only to the Chiefs.
Yep. That's our biggest problem.
Yep. They need to catch that damn ball. Is what that needs to happen. We got Dan Leonard coming in saying, I bet they could trade a pick for Galladay. All right, Dan.
We don't want Galladay. Get over it, man. Get over it. We don't want Galladay.
We got Facebook user coming in. The only thing we're missing with Goff is a deep ball. Agree with that. I think he opened it up a little bit more last week, but
wait a minute. He's 4th in the league for passes over 20 yards.
Now, but he wasn't.
Yeah, he was second after week 2.
It's just who gets down there to catch it.
Right.
Here's the thing. When you watch the Lions games, it does not look like Jared Goff takes that many deep opportunities. It really does not.
They bracketed Hawkinson and took him away from us, but where the hell was Quintez Cephas?
Right. He never got open either. They took him away.
Yep.
Jimmy Smith. When Jimmy Smith is healthy, he's a damn good corner.
Yep. I wanted him. Remember, we talked about that when he was a free agent. I wanted him.
We got Uncle Bud saying that he was referring to Jared Goff, just clearing that up. And Dan Leonard saying never getting over it.
Over the Galladay. Getting Galladay.
My dad just sent me a message. Just a second, boys.
Says Dan Leonard says Galladay gives the deep ball. Well, hey,
my dad gave me a congratulations for going 31-17 on my picks over 3 weeks.
Well, hey, Smoking
won't last long, okay.
Smoking Jerry B's dad, you might want to just suck all that in right now.
Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts, all right?
Be real proud of your boy.
This is the bad juju I'm putting on you, see?
Because
you guys only pick 3 picks different than me.
I will still catch up.
Yep.
This is a long season, okay?
So,
the
hey,
man
guys,
told you he's an idiot savant.
Real quick.
Are you going to count cards better than Rain Man? Probably not.
No, but toothpicks. I can do that.
246.
That's how many's in the container, but there was 8. That's how many's in the container, yeah.
So we are at that.
She was like, "There's 4 left in the box."
It is time to end.
That was the whole gag with the whole. That was the setup.
Before we go to Statman for his lovely rendition of the fight song for the Lions, I just want to thank everybody that tuned in today to watch us tonight live for our Friday night mashup. And I want to thank our guest, Dom, for hopping in with us once again for the second time. We appreciate you coming in, buddy. Thanks to Smoking Jerry B for shaving your beard and making the show a little more classy. We like that. And now, without further ado, Statman.
Forward down the field, a charging team they will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Run, 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 go hard, win the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain. All Lions victory. Lions! One
Yeah.
pride, baby!
One pride.
Hey,
I want to thank everybody myself.
yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our video. We are trying hard to hit that 100. We're at 76. We may be at more now. I don't know. Andrew hasn't given an update lately, but we're almost there.
Hey, we were
Yes.
last I knew just a little bit ago, we were at 76 subscribers, which we are jumping up pretty quickly. So thank you everybody again. Hey, thank you to Dan Leonard, Uncle Bud, Hawkster, Facebook user. We had Quinn Cook coming in here.
Dolo Dynamite.
Dolo Dynamite.
Thank you,
Who else do we
Facebook
have?
user.
Motor City Podcast for jumping in as well. Thanks to everybody that watched. Hey, check us out tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our fan front show. And then we'll see you Sunday, 10 a.m., our new pregame show as well. Yeah. Hey, for the Statman, for Dom, for Smoking Jeremy B, I am the Soul Man, Andy Souls, and this is We Are Lions Nation Podcast. Good night, everybody.
Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Woo! One pride, baby.
One pride.
We're out.